Hey everyone, it's Nova. I have been very busy and I really don't have time to make a video. But because I have been watching this tag all the time, automatically I'm thinking about all these prompts. I'm thinking about my answer to all these prompts. So I thought I should make a VR so that I will stop thinking about the answers. It's funny, right? You know the tag already. Most probably you've seen some of the awesome VRs that have been made to this popular tag. Show us your decks by Feeding My Soul 1212. Her video will be linked in the description box. I will put a link to all the decks that I'm showing in the description box for you guys as well. Let's jump right into it with the first prompt. A deck you want to use, but for whatever reason hasn't seen any playtime on your desk. And that is Afro Goddess Lenormand Oracle by Andrea Fortic. I apologize if I butchered your name. So this one is published by US Games. I bought it recently, like 2 weeks ago. The only reason I have not worked with it is that I really don't have time. But I'm dying to work with it. Look at this deck. Let me show you all the cards. First of all, the quality. The quality is amazing. The quality of the box. It comes with a little guidebook. The cards are in this, it's like a glossy linen. The back is gloss, the front is not gloss. The fronts are like matte with a very slight sheen. So let me show you all the gorgeous cards. Look at the ship. I really like this color palette. And the way she has depicted all these images. This is the star. Let me show you all the cards quickly. And it's not the Lenormand size, it's like a tarot size. I think this is a standard tarot size. Dying to work with it. I love all the cards. Look at the cross. And the fish. So this was the first prompt. The second prompt says, the 12th deck from the right on your tarot shelf. I have many tarot shelves. I went to the one that I visit less often, and this one was the 12th deck from the right. Tarot Masonique tarot deck, which is a out of print, gorgeous deck. This deck is very sought after. It's created by Jean Bouchard, and the guidebook is in French, English, and Deutsch or German. And it's really cool. The guidebook is really cool. And the cards. So the cards are larger than your standard tarot size. Very esoteric, very colorful, a bit weird in a good way. And the whole deck is based on Masonic concepts. I have done readings with it. Using the guidebook is really cool. I think you should use the guidebook if you want to read with this gorgeous deck. It is very pricey, but you never know, you might be able to find it somewhere on the internet or in a trade. It's really cool. I love the suit of cups. There's just something about this deck. Definitely the colors. but also the artwork. It's weird in a very tasteful way, like very intentionally quirky. So this was the second prompt. The third prompt says, a deck you are thinking about rehoming. I am thinking about rehoming the Lubanco Tarot by E. Lubanco because this deck is very expensive. It is out of print and it's really cool. And I know that the mass market version is going to be released very soon by US Games, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's US Games. I will link it in the description. It's already available for pre-order. And from the images that I have seen from the mass market one, it looks really good. So I think I should, if I sell this one, I can buy one of my unicorn decks. I don't need to have the indie version per se if the mass market version is that good that I have seen. I do collect tarot decks, but I'm not that fanatic. For me, the most important part of being a collector is reading, to get my readings. So I think I will rehome in the sense of selling this deck. Such a good deck. I really recommend this one. It has a very unique voice, very spiky. Number 4, a deck you don't store in its original box and why? Well, I store many of my decks in bags, not all of them, but many of them. This one is El Tarot by Diego Meldi. The reason I'm storing this one, look at this, so good. The reason I'm storing this one in a bag is that it came in a massive box, huge box, and user unfriendly. So I threw away the box, but I shouldn't have done that because this deck is out of print. It has a massive guidebook as well in Spanish. I kept the guidebook obviously, but I threw away the box. I regret that now. But this deck is superb. It's a Marseille deck, as you see. I love these cups. And the queens and everybody. The color palette, the fresh, oh, I love him. The fresh colors, the simplicity, the white background. It's so summery. It always comes out in summer. Love reading with it. Gives very clear readings. I love this horse. White and pink. Really sweet. And I have made this bag myself. It's not bad, right? I've crocheted it. Okay. Number 5, a deck with more or less than 78 cards. This is an opportunity to show you guys my own deck, one of my own restorations. This is the restoration of Tarocco Siciliano, which has 63 cards only. This is a specific system, an Italian system that comes with 63 cards. So you have the majors. You see, it's really cool. It's really gorgeous. It reads so well, this deck. And I have done a lot. I have recolored, redrawn, and recolored the whole thing, and also color corrected it. Like the original deck doesn't look like this at all. Like it does look like it, but not the colors. I've also created the borders and the backs based on the Sicilian tradition, but this specific deck does not come in this border and background. So this deck, the suits start from 5 instead of ace. So you have 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. It's a small size, and I use it a lot as a clarifier. It does wonders as a clarifier. If you want to know more about it, I will link the video that I have in my channel about this deck, and it's available on MPC. So yeah, it also has information cards and extra cards and everything. But yeah, I think this is brilliant. I mean, I think it's a gorgeous deck and it works really well. This ship. So Tarocco Siciliano, which will be linked in the description box, the link to the video, comes in 63 cards traditionally, and was my pick for the 5th prompt. The 6th prompt says a deck with a cloud on the box. Here, Hexen 2.0 Tarot by Susanne Trister. This is published mass market recently. It's a huge deck. Also on the back of the cards you have clouds. I absolutely adore this one. With many of my decks, I'm chasing the art, you know. So for me it's that, because it is difficult to read. This is basically about conspiracy theories, and it's very esoteric, political. This was out of print for a long time, and the prices were astronomical on eBay, and if you could find it. And now it's released mass market. I do read with it sometimes. I love this LSD card. I really like all the cards. There's so much detail. Not only the words, but also the symbols. Yeah, it's really cool. Who reads with this one? Let me know in the comments if you read with it. So this one was a deck with a cloud. I think somebody else also showed it. I've been watching the videos because although I'm very busy, but I watch quite a lot of Tarot Tube whenever I'm exercising, because I exercise at home, whenever I'm cooking, I'm doing my nails, whatever I'm doing, I'm watching Tarot Tube. So even though I'm very busy, I've watched quite a lot of VRs. A deck, this is number 7, a deck you've never shown on your channel. Rumi Tarot, 22 major arcana. So this is a majors only, published by Kisses from Ibiza. So this deck is an indie deck, published in Ibiza. And I bought it a few years ago, like 5 years ago, the moment it was released. Because I am a follower of Rumi. I have studied Sufism. I am Persian, as Rumi was. And immediately I bought this deck. These are the backs. It's executed really well. So you have a simple image, but all the images resemble Sufism, Sufi concepts. There is a poetry from Rumi associated with each major arcana. For example, here for judgment you have, seek the wisdom that will untie your knot. Seek the path that demands your whole being. And I don't know why I have never shown this, because this is a great deck. I think it will be paired so well with my Kajar Oracle. And with Kazanlar Tarot. Yeah. Had you seen this deck before? Let me know. I have never seen it on YouTube. Number 8. A deck with another animal besides a lion in the Strength card. I have many animal decks, so this was really easy for me to pick. This one is Oak, Ash and Thorn by Stephanie Burrows and Adam Ohlers. You probably have seen this before. This is another gorgeous indie deck from England, and this is the Strength card. I like this card specifically. He's sitting here and all the other animals are kind of leaning on him, like depending on him. The squirrel, the bird is like a pigeon, the snake, bunnies. It exudes patience more than anything else. Let me show you some more of the cards. This is my fall deck. I love to bring it out end of September, from mid-September. I have this ever since it was released, like I think it's like 5 years now, right? Every time, every single fall, she comes out to play. This is one of those decks that I never forget about, although I have maybe 1,000 decks now in my collection. I never forget about this one. She's a hug deck, very grounding, beautiful. I love animal decks. Oh, I love this Judgment card. So good. I also really like the tactile experience. So this was the 8th round, right? Yeah. This deck is going nowhere. I usually don't rehome my decks. Like, it's not a habit of mine. I only rehome those that I really don't want. Okay, number 9. A deck that comes in a box inside another box. And for this one, I have a few, but I decided to show you guys one that is of a high quality and mass market, so that at least I'm useful to you somehow. Dirt Gems by Anna Louise Burdett, illustrated by Chelsea Granger, published by RP Studio. This box quality is superb. So it comes in a magnetic closure, a beautiful guidebook. Look at this guidebook. And also beautifully written. So you can just sit and read the guidebook and look at the cards. You don't have to have the cards with you. You can study the guidebook. And then another box inside the box is the box for the cards. And usually I do not keep my tarot cards in a box in another box. I usually take them out of this box and leave them in this one, or I keep them in this one. I think this is the only deck that I've been keeping it like this, just because everything is so perfect. This talk box is also perfect. It's thick, it's very high quality. I never get that problem of the cards not going down all together, you know, like, look, see, done, see, it's just perfect. This one was also an indie deck. Look at the gilding. They've done a beautiful job. This deck made me go and check every deck they create, RP Studio. And I bought it when it was released, mass market. I bought it for like 35 euros, which is like 40 US dollars. And within 3 months, it dropped to like 16 euros, like $20. Dropped half price. And it's still very affordable, I think, everywhere. I'm talking about Amazon Netherlands, but I think everywhere, all over the world, is very affordable right now. And it's brilliant. This deck pairs with everything. I love how it reads, and there are so many cards, 60 something cards, right? 65. Very high quality matte cardstock. It's tarot size, like standard tarot size cards. I had to show you all the cards. So although I usually don't like a box in a box, this is one that I like. Therefore, I showed it to you. Number 10. A deck that would not appear in your top 10 favorites. Okay. A disclaimer, first of all, I'm not saying that the deck that I'm going to show you is anything less than awesome. The Texture Tarot, created by Lisa McLaughlin Art, with this little guidebook. So I am not saying that at all. I just have so many decks in my collection that I cannot imagine for which prompt, like for which subject of like 10 favorite like 10 favorite collage decks, I have another 20, at least 20 collage decks that are above this one, in my opinion. If it's 10 best readers, if it's 10 best color palette, best for spiritual type of readings, best for connecting to your own subconscious, because this one is a good one for connecting your subconscious, or best for whatever, this will never appear in a top 10, but I will still keep it forever. I've never thought of rehoming it. I have done many readings with it. I do like it a lot. I do connect with a lot of the cards deeply. I've got profound readings out of this deck. I really like this one also. So there are many cards that are very dear to my heart. This Fool, for example, the Sun. 5 of Wands. It's a good one. But, well, the cardstock is not that great. She is a clear reader, but is not going to be in my top 10 most clear readers. And I have many decks like this in my collection that will never appear in a top 10 favorite video, but they're still very dear to me and they have a place in my collection. This is an indie deck, and I think a second edition has been released, or a mini, I think, I'm not sure. But I'm quite sure a second edition was released recently. Mine is the first edition. Number 11, a deck you associate with the color green. I wanted to show you guys Forest of Enchantment Tarot, but I've seen it in a few videos appearing. And for me also, that is the first deck that comes to mind if I think a green deck. But I did not want to show you that one because you might have seen it in other VRs for the same prompt. So I'm showing you Oracle of the Shapeshifter by Lucy Cavendish. Artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I also think of this deck when I think a green deck. There is a beautiful green in all the cards, on the box, in the guidebook, which is written so well. I really like this guidebook. Makes sense to me. I've edged it in green. I have removed the borders from the sides, from the top as well. I don't remember, this was a long time ago, but look at these bags. And you see the color green in all the cards. Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred light. You do have to read the guidebook if you want to use this deck properly. Artemis of the Forest, now you are independent and free. With some of the cards you can go off the title, but I would really suggest consulting the guidebook. It's glossy, the cards are really soft. This deck shuffles like a dream. One of the decks I always pair this one with is the Darkwood Tarot. They marry really well. This is an older oracle deck by Beyond Words Publishing. Okay, a second hand, this is number 12, a second hand, pre-loved, pre-owned, thrifted deck. That is the Sovereign Oracle, this little oracle deck. This is an expansion pack. This is the Spirited Business expansion deck, because you have different expansion decks. There are 30 cards in the expansion deck and 93 cards in the main deck. This is so good. It gives you prompts, 3 prompts for each card, and a keyword, which is the title of the card. Resilience is the title. Connect with purpose to shift feelings of overwhelm. The second one is maintain stamina, pace yourself. And the third one says, remember to stretch before performing great feats. And the cards design is in a way that they match absolutely every tarot and oracle card that you want to match them with. Like you can throw them in any reading, and you can use this deck in many different ways. And I bought it on Findet, which is a European second-hand website. You can do so many things with this. Like you can put these and then pull a tarot card for each. And then you have a really elaborate reading that way. Like you can spend half an hour on it. Or you can just pull one card and read the messages, and that's it. That would be your card of the day. Or you can see each message as a separate prompt and put this card down and pull 3 cards, like one card for each prompt. Or many other ways to use this deck. But this is awesome. It really elevates your readings. Also, if you do readings for other people, the keywords are also really good. Foundation, play, expertise, hunger, offer, container, alignment, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is a goodie. This little thing is a workhorse. A deck in your collection with the most used guidebook. One of the most used guidebooks is Kabbalistic Visions by Marco Marini and Luigi Scapini, which is also called the Marini Scapini Tarot. So this guidebook is written by Marco Marini and it's brilliant. It is very intriguing and interesting. So basically it's about Kabbalah and Tarot, but the thing that I really like about this guidebook, I think instead of showing you the guidebook, I'm going to show you the cards. Because the thing that I really like about the guidebook is that it explains the cards in detail with the Kabbalistic associations and the Kabbalistic concept that is put into the cards. So that's why it is very interesting for me. The guidebook, for example, for Wheel of Fortune, it says here, with Trump number 10, we get to a synthesis that embraces the whole distance covered. In the picture, we can see 12 figures that encircle the earth, representing the 12 zodiac signs. A red and blue thread touch the part of the body which is governed by every single sign. They are all linked together, even if their characteristics make them unique and different from one another, and their qualities are expressed in every individual, inducing every person to behave in a specific way. At this stage, the wheel of karma has been understood and overcome, and now it's possible to celebrate the archetypal and superior elements. And the rest, I really don't want to read the whole guidebook for you guys, so it explains the Kabbalistic correspondence with each card, and then a divinatory meaning if the card comes in the past position, in the present position, in the future position, as an obstacle or as a final result. And because the cards are so interestingly painted and drawn, this is the Princess of Wands, King of Cups. Because the cards are very intricate, the paintings, and it's fascinating. Like the first time I read the guidebook, I just wanted to try it, just trying it out. But then it was so interesting and so much fun. It's a fun read. It's not only informative, but it's really fun, at least for me, to know that everything in the card has a meaning. There is a reason for all the detail. And I love Luigi Scapini's artwork. And this is a mass market tarot by Schiffer. The cards are glossy, a bit larger than your standard tarot, which is good because the images are very intricate, a lot of detail, and there's a lot happening. Look at this King of Coins. This guidebook surprised me because I have many really good guidebooks. But this one took me by surprise as well. And I think it's something that you guys have not seen maybe before, because I have not really seen this deck on TarotTube, which is very unfortunate. This is a very underrated deck. A deck with water on the box. Whispers of the Ocean, Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield, artwork by Yekaterina Golovanova, published by Blue Angel a few years ago. So here you see water on the box, also on the back of the cards. This is an ocean deck. A gorgeous one. Again, this is a result of me chasing the artwork. That's why I purchased this deck. But it also reads very well. It has a divinatory quality. All the cards tell you what to do or what's coming, like take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Gliding through currents where you need to be. Distinctive potential. Safe and surrounded by love. Insightful and established. It's really good actually. I love the cardstock, the Blue Angel matte cardstock that we all love. I'm getting 2 new Blue Angel decks soon. Can't wait. Yeah, that's nice. She will come out to play this summer. And she reads very well. I want to use it as altar cards. I've never done, but I want to use this year. Because the messages are clear. It's a very good jumping off point for a tarot reading as well. If you pull one card. Okay, the last prompt. A deck with your most favorite card ever and why? Well, that was very difficult. This is one of my most favorite cards. If I really had to choose, maybe I would have chosen this one. This is Serpent and the Peacock Tarot by Libra Moon. And this is a gorgeous deck. I love it. I love everything about this one. Everything. The guidebook is so well executed. It's brilliant. So this was only 750 copies, but I think there is a second edition. Anyway, let me tell you. The Magician card in this deck. Because in the guidebook it says that this is Zarathustra, and I could even see it from his outfit and the way he is depicted. Zarathustra is also known as Zoroaster. He is the Persian prophet who lived around 1800 BC. He's a fascinating figure in the history of humankind. He's been called the father of astrology. He is known as the first person who spoke about cosmic dualism and the elements, celestial symbolism, and moral alignment. He is a massive influence on Western esotericism, and I really like this depiction of him. It says in the guidebook, Zoroaster riding the back of a fire-breathing salamander with 3 roses in his hand representing body, soul, and spirit. It could be also that these 3 roses represent good thoughts, good deeds, good words, because that's the basis of his prophecy. And here the keywords are divine intervention, finding yourself in the right place at the right time, manifesting desires. And here in the guidebook, look how well the guidebook is written. Zoroaster emphasized the freedom of the individual to choose right or wrong and the individual responsibility for one's deeds by thinking good thoughts, saying good words, doing good deeds. So yeah, I really connect with this card. I really like everything about it. I like this painting. I like that he is riding a fire-breathing salamander. And being in love with the deck also helps. I paid an arm and a leg to get this deck from US to here. I paid like $80 US on shipping and customs. But I am so happy that I did. I need to get there are other decks as well. There are 2 other decks. One is like mythical creatures or something like that, and the other one is moon something. You guys know, right? Look at this one. The Judgment. The cardstock. Incredible. One of my most favorite decks of all time. This is a bush painting from Hieronymus Bosch. There are quite a few from Hieronymus Bosch. Look at this High Priestess. And you have a few devil cards, a few magician cards, tower cards. Love reading with it. I am very much into medieval art. So guys, this was my VR. Thank you, Feeding My Soul, for creating this tag. And guys, take good care of yourselves. Peace.